SeaWorld San Antonio presents Something Fishy Going On at SeaWorld. Join us for a behind-the-scenes tour of SeaWorld's new show, the Cannery Row Caper. Meet the cast, both animal and human, and find out what's new in 2005 at the world's largest marine life adventure park.
Welcome to Clyde and Seamore's newest adventure. For those of you that remember Humphrey Bogart and Peter Lorre and Sidney Greenstreet and the Maltese Falcon, this is going to be a nostalgic return to Hollywood's golden age. For those of you who don't remember these great names and The Big Sleep or the Maltese Falcon, this is going to be an interesting journey into the past where you're going to see a wonderful mystery solved by two very amusing detectives. Along the lines of Laurel and Hardy and Abbott and Costello, we have Clyde and Seamore, portrayed by our wonderful sea lions, and they're going to solve a mystery right here on this beautiful set. The Cannery Row Caper has been a wonderful experience. We actually started it 2 years ago, putting the concepts together, where we wanted to head with Clyde and Seamore. They had been in haunted houses, they had been with pirates, they had tool time. Now we wanted to try something different, and we wanted to give them a story, and we wanted to have a beginning, middle, and end. It was a little bit more complex and more ambitious than any project we've ever worked on. And to be honest with you, they are doing behaviors and they're doing scenes that no sea lion has ever done before.
19 years. I started with this sea lion, this particular sea lion, out in San Diego when he was 2 years old, and we've been together pretty much most of his life and my career here at SeaWorld.
Wow.
So
you two are an idol.
Yeah, we like each other. The biggest challenge this year was just the set and the massive size of it. We've never had a set at Sea Lion Stadium this big before, and it's 3 stories, and then adding this water tower thing at the end of the show. It was a challenge getting them to go down with all those effects, but he did it great, didn't you? Yeah. Is it fun? Can you smile for him? Smile. Yes, he likes doing it now. It took us about a week and a half, though, to train him just to slide down the slide. With the sea lions, we use 3 different signals. We can use hand signals, voice signals, or body signals. Now, an example of a hand signal is if I were to reach down and shake his flipper, he'll lift it up to me, so he knows he lifts his flipper up. If I say smile, good, there you go, da boy. And an example of a body gesture is if I move side to side, good boy. And then we use the word good, which tells him that he did the behavior correctly, and basically it's called a bridge, and it spans the time of the correct behavior and reinforcement is basically what it does. And that's how we tell him. Yep.
I think the most important thing that we have to do as animal trainers to put in a new show is to make sure the trainers are comfortable. And we have to make sure the trainers know every inch of the set, and they make sure they know their script backwards to forwards and vice versa.
We're ready now. We just need to get animals up here.
And once we get that process down, then we start adding the animals in. And we do it in a step-by-step basis. We don't expect the animals to complete an entire show on the first go-around. So we do small vignettes, and we want to set the animals up for success so that they come out, they enjoy what they're doing, we make it a fun, positive experience, and we build on that.
We were a little nervous going into the start of the show because we are using a lot of younger animals in this show because there's so many different aspects of the show that, like, I couldn't train Rufus to do everything, or Elrod, one of our other sea lions. We actually have 9 sea lions in training, and each one does a small part in each show. And then eventually, once we get time to train the sea lions to do a full part in the show, then that'll help. So then we'll only use, like this show, we used 4 different sea lions in that show. And hopefully we want to get it down to 3. Sometimes we'll use as many as 6 sea lions in a show. So the backstage is more hectic than the front of the stage, actually.
Clyde and Seamore, actually, we make life as fun as possible for these guys. And we don't want to make anything work. We want to make sure that these animals have a fantastic time coming out in the show. That's why any show that you come and see, every show is going to be different.
Let's look around for some clues in here, and let's see if that little furball has anything to say. Hey, what does it take
think to get some service around here. Go away. We have no fish. We have no nothing.
But that's our job as trainers, to make sure that it's fun for the animals and that every show is just a little bit different.
He's your little squirt.
So the animals are like, wow, what are they going to do for me today? This is great. You know, yesterday he jumped in the water and played with me. Day before, he gave me a bunch of fish, or maybe he gave me ice cubes to play with. So the animals are always looking forward to say, what is that trainer going to do for me next? So if you will, we're kind of waiting hand and foot in the animals. So the animals have it pretty good here, especially during the shows.
The fun part about this, for somebody like myself who's coming in to direct a show with animals as well as trainers, it's so unique to be working side by side with the beautiful creatures. It just is amazing. And as large as they are, the walrus weighs 3,000 pounds, the sea lions are at 400, 500, 600 pounds, and they are as gentle as you can imagine. What's going to happen, you shouldn't even be out there more than a second or two. And with all the things that are going on, they'll catch a glimpse of something happening, they'll turn and you're already gone, and that's what I want. It shouldn't be that they're staring at you. It should be just a flash here. Oop, there's another cookie there. Oh, there's a dusty over here. It should just be quick flashes.
I'll try to get that scamper this rehearsal. Okay. And see if I can get it in.
The fact of the matter is I don't even have to worry about what's going on backstage because Trisca is back there, our stage manager.
Robin, can you let them put the roof down?
She is so efficient that she can concentrate on that. I'm looking from this side of the room, and between us we've got this whole situation pretty well covered.
My job is to make sure that everything is preset and ready to go. That way when they come on stage, the only thing we have to do is entertain those animals. What I do is we make sure the costumes are clean, we make sure that they're preset. Like the hat toss, you have to make sure the string is out, all the targets are in place so that when we come out and do that scene, it goes smoothly. If anything's out of place, the animal will move. You know, it'll be like, well, do you want me to go here or here? Because the last time you told me it was here. What do you want from me? Type thing. And we're going to start the chase over again.
Wait, you can take her back to holding.
The trainers are back there getting animals. They're calling them up. They're bringing them back. They're sending the sea lions through these doors and calling them back. There's a guy, when we do the phone bit, there's a trainer back there going, Rufus, Rufus,
Rufus,
Rufus. Good, good. So, and the fish is coming out. So he's not just at the phone talking. There's somebody talking to him, somebody there that has his attention. We have to use air for all of our effects. In a normal theater, you could use anything you want, any type of chemical. Here we can't use fluid. We have to use air for the animal safety. If anything spills or anything, it's like a chemical spill in the ocean.
I am the sound operator for the Cannery Row Caper sea lion show. When you're dealing with animals that do whatever they want sometimes, you know, it's unpredictable, so it's challenging. So you always have to have your music separate. Everything, every cue in the show is by itself. Every piece of music, every single voiceover, every single sound effect is by itself because you never know what the animals are going to do.
Oh, sure, we've had shows fall apart where the sea lions just come out and they decide they're not going to do anything. We had one the other day where all the animals that we use split into the water and we're just, you know, they're swimming and swimming and swimming, and we were tap dancing, so yeah, it was fun.
It's a whole lot of fun with you, bud.
Well, sometimes they decide that they just don't want to do what you're asking them to do, and when, you know, Rufus here weighs 550 pounds, there's really not much you can do. Here at SeaWorld, we work on an all-positive reinforcement basis, which means that we'll reinforce the animals in a variety of ways when they do something correctly, but if they do something incorrectly, we give them what's called a least reinforcing scenario.
Get him!
And basically, we try to be as boring as possible for about 3 seconds. And then we'll either ask them to do it again or we'll go on to something else. And that's pretty much how we work with them. If they decide they don't want to do that show, it's okay. We'll try them again the next show.
Remember, we got to close that door in the very beginning. I learned a lot. Just Monday, there was a lot we learned. Boy, the animals weren't going the way we wanted them to. It's like, okay, well, that's not their fault. What did we do? What can we do to influence their behavior? How can we take a different approach to how we're putting the show together?
Spending time here, working with these beautiful animals, I defy anybody from 6 years old to 60 to come here and not be entranced by them. These animals are beautiful. Their behaviors are magnificent. This is what SeaWorld is all about. this. You can come here and be totally entranced by these beautiful animals, and at the same time, we have a great story and a great mystery here, and you're going to try to solve it just like Clyde and Seamore. I defy anybody to come here and not be amazed, impressed, and totally awed by the sight of this show. And you're going to have a lot of laughs. And don't sit too close to the front. There's a lot of splashing going on in this show.